So where does signal and noise kind of live? The first one is communication. You are either receiving or delivering when it comes to communication. Are you delivering signal or noise? It's super important to understand when you're doing one or the other. Same thing with when someone else is communicating. Are you picking up what they're actually saying, or are you picking up the noise around what they're saying? The second one is messaging. Now, messaging can be one-sided. You may have multiple recipients. So when you're receiving messaging, you're generally not able to communicate back immediately. You might communicate back with dollars, but you might communicate back with compliance. You might communicate back with acceptance. When you're sending out messaging from your business or from yourself individually, is the message clean? Is there more signal or more noise? You know, when we used to kind of have to like dial in the radio, did we get exactly that radio station? You sometimes would end up with this crossover of like two radio stations at the same time or a little bit of static. The messaging was hard to get through, right? The same thing is true when it comes to messaging for your business. Can people understand what it is you're talking about? The other one is the identity. So when we're communicating identity, we're communicating what matters to us. So is your communication around the identity of your business, the identity of who you are as a leader, the identity of what you're putting out and how you're perceived into the world? How much signal, how much noise? Process. Noisy processes can be the death of business. Process can sometimes be, you can add steps to make things more effective. I use the example of drive-through. Right? Drive-through windows used to have one window, and you drive up to that window, you'd place your order, you'd do the cash payment, you'd wait for the food, and then you drive away. Over time, what they did was they added steps to the process to increase signal and remove noise. They added a second window, one for payment, one for pickup. They added another order box. Then they added 2 lanes to get to the order box. They actually added steps to make it for a cleaner process. On the other side, you've got something like Amazon, where now you can just literally hit one button and the thing you want will show up several hours later. There's no other steps. Again, signal versus noise, very important to cut through. And then this is the big one. Are you solving the right issue? Are you aware of the issue that is the true source of the issue, or are you focused on the other collateral aspects of what's going on? We all have issues in our business. We'll all have issues that we have to deal with. Are you focused on the correct issue? And how many issues are there? Which ones are actually signal and which ones are actually noise?